Hi friends, welcome to Design D-Track. So today we will discuss how AI is transforming fashion design. So imagine creating an entire fashion collection in one day instead of 1 month. Imagine seeing your garment on a virtual model before stitching a single piece of fabric. Or imagine predicting next year's fashion trends using artificial intelligence. So this is no longer science fiction. Artificial intelligence is already changing how fashion brands design, manufacture, market, and sell clothes. So, in this video, I'll explain how AI is transforming fashion design, which AI tools every designer should learn, and whether AI will replace fashion designers or not. Yes, we are going to answer that also. So, what is artificial intelligence? First, let's understand that. It is a software that can learn patterns, recognize images, understand language, generate new ideas, analyze huge amount of data. So AI is not thinking like humans. It predicts likely outputs based on the data it has learned from. So जो हम उसे सिखाते हैं वही चीज वो कर पाता है. जो हम नहीं सिखाएंगे, मतलब ह्यूमंस ने नहीं सिखाया, उसको फीड नहीं किया, वो चीज वो कभी कर भी नहीं पाएगा. सो वो बेसिकली एक सॉफ्टवेयर है जो पहले सीखता है इंसानों से ही और फिर इंसानों को उसके काम में हेल्प करता है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आस्क AI डिजाइन अ ब्राइडल लहंगा इंस्पायर्ड बाय पीकॉक फेदर्स, सो वो क्या करेगा? इट विल कंबाइन पीकॉक कलर्स, द एम्ब्रॉयडरी, द ब्राइडल सिलुएट्स मतलब डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ शेप्स ऑफ द गारमेंट्स, ओके, करंट फैशन ट्रेंड्स में क्या है, एंड इट क्रिएट्स द कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स. सो पहले कैसे काम होता था? द ट्रेडिशनल वर्क फ्लो अर्लियर, the process was like we do the trend research, then we take inspiration from the internet, then we do the sketching, we do the mood board, then fabric selection, pattern making, then sampling, then photo shoot, then marketing. So entire process would take around 3 to 12 months. So usse kam hoga to at least 6 months, 3 to 6 months. Okay, now AI ke aane ke baad how this thing changes, that is, first we do the trend forecasting. Okay, so trend forecasting mein the designers would earlier, we used to attend the fashion weeks, we used to study the fashion magazines. Now we just use AI, and AI will analyze millions of Instagram posts, Pinterest saves, online shopping data, search trends, color preference, and then it will predict for me trending colors, the popular silhouettes, what all prints we can use, what all fabrics. Then large brands, even nowadays startups are also using these insights to make more informed decisions. So हमारे जो decisions होते हैं इसके basis पे वो ज़्यादा accurate होता है, and it takes much lesser time. Okay, then we come to the mood board creation, the second step. Okay, so instead of searching Pinterest for hours and days and months, we just ask AI create a mood board inspired by Japanese architecture and Indian handloom. मुझे इन दोनों elements को एक साथ use करना है. That is my vision, and I want to create a mood board. So within few seconds, we get a direction from AI, and then from there we refine it. उसको और further हम fine tune करते हैं, and then we arrive at a proper good mood board. We can also use other Photoshop and other tools also to refine the direction as per our thinking, as per what we want. Okay, then the next step will be fashion illustration. मतलब जो drawings हम बनाते हैं, जो भी suppose हमें garment बनाना है, उससे पहले हम कुछ sketch करेंगे. So हम पहले क्या करते थे? स्केचेस बनाते थे, अराउंड मे बी 40-50 स्केचेस मैनुअली. एक एक स्केच बनाने में हमें 1 घंटा, 2-3 घंटा, 4 घंटा भी लग सकता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द अमाउंट ऑफ डिटेलिंग वी आर पुटिंग इन इट. When we give this same task to AI for the fashion illustration, so AI will generate many concepts from our one prompt. Okay, for example, we say luxury evening gown, change the color, then change the neckline, then maybe we want to change the sleeve, then change the fabric, then we want to change the embroidery. Now we will compare all the options before choosing which one we want to develop further. Like एक साथ बहुत सारा ऑप्शन मिल गया, 50 की जगह हमें शायद 100 मिल गया in very less time, in maybe 30 minutes, in maybe 1 or 2 hours. Okay, so then we have the textile prints. So AI can generate the floral prints, the paisleys, the geometric patterns, the abstract textures, then maybe the tribal inspired motifs, whatever we want to do, the textile prints for kids wear prints, for women's wear print, for men's wear print, all that. So professional designers, but always remember, they should always create their original work. Okay, and they should avoid copying existing artists or brands. So AI can be used as a creative starting point, and then you can refine further, fine tune further, develop further on that, but it should not be used as a substitute for original design. This also we have to remember. Okay, as responsible designers, we have to always remember this. Okay, then how we can make virtual garments. So basically there are tools like Clo 3D. So instead of stitching 10 samples and seeing how the sample will look after final construction, we can create a digital garment and we can check the fit, the drape, the movement, the colors before producing a physical sample. So this will save the time, fabric, the cost, everything. Okay, all the efforts, everything. And then we can do virtual models also. Like AI can show our garments on different body sizes, different skin tones, then different ages, without organizing a full photo shoot. So a full photo shoot may cost lakhs and crores depending on what kind of photo shoot you want to do. It can be very expensive, it can be very hectic, time taking, a lot of organization needs to be done. But virtual models also you will get in AI very easily. So this helps visualize the concepts. Okay, this helps visualize the concepts through brands, and it should be transparent, because whenever the brands are doing this AI generated images, they have to responsibly also mention that it is AI generated imagery. Okay, so that we have to take the responsibility. Okay, then we can also help in marketing. How? So AI will help us write Instagram captions very easily with hashtags. Also it will give you, then product descriptions, you give the product photo, it will give you the descriptions. Okay, close-up shots of the products, then you have blog posts, then you have email campaigns, ad ideas. So small brands, the small startups, they can save significant time on the routine repetitive content creation, on the routine work. Okay, so what else? Then we will give you the best AI tools. What AI tools you can use for what purpose. Okay, so there are so many available right now, we just want to filter it down. So basically you can use ChatGPT. You can use it for fashion research, collection concept, portfolio writing, even trend summaries, naming collection, marketing copy, all that. So for example, I'm giving you a prompt, you can try it. So suggest a sustainable resort wear, just write in ChatGPT, suggest a sustainable resort wear collection inspired by Kerala backwaters. So this will give you a direction. You see, you put this prompt in ChatGPT and then you see what comes up. Okay, and do write in the comments then. Okay, then next, another software, Adobe Firefly. Okay, so this is good for what? This is good for textile concepts, fashion illustrations, color variations, mood boards. Then you have Midjourney also, another software. Midjourney you can use for, it is excellent for luxury inspiration, haute couture, fantasy fashion, editorial concepts, all that. Then you have Figma AI. This is another software. This is useful for presentation, for fashion website, for UI ideas, for fashion brands, many user interface ideas for fashion brands. Then you have Google Gemini. So Google Gemini is helpful for research. It is for trend analysis, for brainstorming, all that. Now coming to the big question, which everybody is talking about, that can AI replace fashion designers? So before answering that, I will go through some details, what AI can do and what AI cannot do. So AI can generate ideas, it can speed up your research, it can create a lot of variations, it can automate all your repetitive work. However, what it cannot do, what it cannot replace, is a human mind's personal creativity, storytelling, cultural understanding, craftsmanship, the empathy, the innovation, the fashion intuition which humans have. So that is why you always need a human designer for the concept, for the vision. Okay, and think of AI just as an assistant, just as your assistant. You are the designer, AI is your assistant. Any tools you use, I've listed so many, you use whatever for whichever purpose as appropriate, but it is just an assistant to you. Okay, so just as Photoshop could not replace the graphic designers, same way AI cannot replace the fashion designers. Simple. And designers who learn AI, however, they will be ahead in the workplace. Okay, so like they will be more efficient, they will be more adaptable, they can do all the work much faster, much more accurate. So that is why if you adapt, if you learn a little bit of AI tools and use it in your daily work as a designer, then you will be doing very, very good. You will be standing out in your workplace from the rest of the team. Okay, and so the skills that the fashion designers will need now. So we have AI already. Now we just need our skills. Together we will do the work very efficiently, very accurately. Okay, so we have to see that there should be a combination of creative and technical skills, like the designer's creative skills and the AI or any software's technical skills. Together it will create wonders. Okay, so what all you can do? it will be a combination of like fashion illustration, pattern making, draping, textile knowledge, fashion history, branding, AI prompting, digital fashion, cloth 3D, sustainability, communication, everything together coming in one basket, and that can make your work much, much better and much more creative. Okay, so fashion has always evolved with technology. We have to remember this. So from sewing machines to CAD software. Earlier there was manual sewing machines, right? Now to CAD software. And now it has just evolved to AI. So the designers who thrive won't be the ones who fear AI. Rather, those who learn to use AI, they will be the ones to use it thoughtfully alongside their own creativity, along with their own creativity. Okay, so please let me know in the comment section what more do you want to know about how to use AI in fashion, or anything related to this topic, or maybe you want to learn how to use the different AI tools in the fashion industry, or you just want to understand how it can be implemented, how we can do it together. So please write in the comment section, and thank you so much for watching.